Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Achievers podcast. Today, I have a special guest because, except of the fact that he's well experienced in many fields, actually executive, he achieved a lot through the years of the business. He can communicate in 5 languages. I can definitely say that he's as well my good friend. Cezary Wlodarczyk. Cezary, welcome to the show. How are you?
Very good. Hello, everybody. Good morning or good afternoon to you. Good evening in Europe right now. I'm in Mexico, so it's very early afternoon here.
Oh, fantastic! It's evening where I am in Europe, so it's dark outside already. But Cezary, can you just tell us a little bit about yourself? Introduce yourself, what you do, what your experience is, so your listeners have a chance to get to know you a bit better.
Well, with pleasure. I was born in Poland. I'm still citizen of Poland, but also citizen of US. And I spent a considerable amount of time in Mexico many years ago, living here 6 years of my life and working for Procter and Gamble. Now based in Miami, I consider myself a citizen of the world. Um, my Polish citizenship, sorry for the noise outside. My Polish citizenship gives me citizenship being part of the European Union. I'm
Yeah,
very proud of that. The U.S. citizenship allows me to do business, live freely here, and enjoy life basically, and do business. And my command of English, yes, but also my command of Spanish language and Portuguese on top gives me a free ride or very easy ride all over Latin America, uh,
definitely.
including Brazil. And right
Yes.
now I'm in Mexico this week trying to get my first shipment, first delivery to Whole Foods in the US of organic marmalades and jams out of Mexico. Um, the product is ready to be shipped. Should have been shipped on Monday. It's already Thursday. We are still looking for truck. So it's not only it's not only it's difficult to make a very good marmalade or jam, but it's also very difficult to find that proper transport and they take it over the border to another place. Uh, and but I'm here trying to help the team that it's working. The actual manufacturer here is working on all the delivery and freight issues. It is stressful. It is another obstacle, etc. However, how you approach to this, meaning I don't own a trucking company. I don't own a roads and highways.
Yes.
We deal with third party the distributors, third party service providers, etc. So yes, there is a stress, but how you approach thing, it's not the end of the world. If if we, I'm sorry, someone is
Yeah.
loading something here. Um, you have to keep the composure, also move some, prepare. Of course, here is we were planning this. We knew that we will be shipping on last Monday. We knew that for the past 5 weeks, and it still hasn't happened.
Yes.
I
Well,
am a little
that's
bit
what it is in
frustrated.
business.
Excuse me?
That's what it is in business.
Yeah, I am frustrated. I am a little bit disappointed with my team. However, there is no. I mean, you know, I'm not looking for corporate right now or later. We'll draw some conclusions and some next steps and
Mm.
problem. But right now, it's try to find a solution. So
Definitely. Well,
I could calm, meaning I could be, cursing and throwing things against the wall. Will it help? No. And
no.
neighbors and anybody that would see me would think he's just a nut. I rather stay away from this guy.
Yeah,
So
well,
you're not helping the cause, and you are doing yourself a big disadvantage or damage. You
that's what
know,
it is. Yes, and well, there is actually a lot of young people who think, well, I start a business, I have a plan, everything is going to go well, and I'm going to be rich, and well, I know what I do. But it comes out that it's not just them. There is so many factors, and the bigger business is, more outside factors there is that you need to rely on. And you're realizing that, well, you have a business, you have your, well, your product, your service, you have your plan, but then something along the way, one thing fails, and you cannot move anywhere.
that's right. I would bring a very nice. I think it would sounds good here. How I compare business to a soccer game or football game in Europe. It's of course I love to win. I love to walk away from the pitch with a win. However, I enjoy playing 90 or 90 plus extra time minutes. It's fun. That same
Mhm.
is with the with business, doing business, planning, negotiating, trying to avoid overcome obstacles that are being thrown at your. It's a living. The marketplace is a living animal, and we are in here. If you don't like it, I, I would say don't get into this because you will be always frustrated.
Yes.
Sit down somewhere, try to imagine the six magic numbers, hit the lotto, be rich, and do nothing, and don't have any stress. Stress is part of life. Okay, now how you
It is.
approach it is without stress. We will be lazy, sitting on the couch, doing nothing, smoking something, watching something, and
Well,
drinking.
but that's exactly what it is. You say, well, we need stress. Of course we do. We wouldn't grow without this. We wouldn't change without this. We wouldn't innovate things that we have without this. So we do need stress, but we all have like a threshold. There is a moment that it's too much for us. It's too much pressure because it's coming suddenly from everywhere. And well, I was going through the moments like that couple of times in my life, and I'm sure you did as well. Well, I know you did as well. How did you deal with this pressure? How did you deal with this overwhelming feeling that it's too much at this very moment? What did you do?
Well, I have like three big points that I would bring to the discussion today. First is plan. We all want to do a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. We want to change the world, etc. And I would say that me too. And how do you change the world? You start from yourself and from your doorstep. Okay, before you change China, let's try to change your own household and take a broom and clean your doorstep. Okay,
Yes.
uh, and then you will see that it looks nicer, and then
Mhm.
your neighbors will notice. Oh, you cleaned your doorstep. It looks nice. Oh, you plant some plants, some flowers, etc. So let's start from ourselves and let's plan. Me myself, right now I'm in a good position that because I'm my own boss. I drive my own. I run my own company, etc. I left corporate America where I had big plans, big budgets, big goals, and also big bosses about me and deadlines, etc. And but I try to plan, and we all have our plates in front of in front of us, full of different projects, and then
Yes.
your boss comes, or you being your boss, you put some kind of another project there. Let's say you have 10 and you put 11th project on your plate. Maybe it's too much. It's thinking about it. Maybe it's too much. I want to bring this in, move this project. If I bring this one, what should I unload from my plate? Because we have the limit. You know, a day in any country in the world, a day it's 24 hours. I've heard a lot of people talking about time management, and courses, and pay me some much and then come over there to my course for time management, and I always come back with the same. Maybe it's stupid, maybe it's too simple, but same answer. You don't need a time management course. Time manages itself perfectly well wherever we go. China, UK, Poland, Argentina, or Mexico, or North Pole. Time advances 1 second every second,
Yes.
anywhere in the world. Okay,
I
it depends
know.
how much you put on your plate. Like when you have enough, it's enough. I mean, if you don't have any project, maybe you are unemployed and bored. If you have 3 or 5, you are perfectly managing all of them. Maybe 10 is your personal capacity. However, many people put themselves every day 17 projects. They do 10, they do 11. They work very hard, very successfully, their days are very productive. However, they come back home at 8 or 10 or 11 p.m. and they are unhappy because they said, "Wow, I achieved the 11, but I had 17 in my plan. I didn't achieve this and this and this and that." They're unhappy, they're frustrated, etc., etc. However, achieving 10 or 11, big goals during the day is a lot.
It is,
Me,
yes.
myself, I put every day 3 goals in my calendar, and I always achieve them, and then I'm happy because I achieved them. And then, of course, I can, depending on how big the project is, I achieve them in 5 or 7 hours, or maybe 3 hours. And I have sometimes more. I decide whether to go out, do nothing, just walk through the park and enjoy the day and think about my, leisure, going to my next vacation, or maybe I'm thinking about strategy, what will be my new next big project next year or something. It may be work, it may be leisure, or maybe nothing. Just looking at the leaves changing color in the park and enjoying it at the moment.
So
Or
basically, what you're saying is that first and foremost, you plan very realistic goals for each day, and after you reach them, you just remove yourself from the situation to enjoy different areas of your life. Yes.
yes, that's one scenario. I have one scenario A and scenario B. Okay, it may be, and it changes. I manage my plate in front of me. I don't manage time. Time manages itself. I manage my plate. If after 3 hours of the day I say, okay, it's enough, it's my decision. But I accomplished what I planned. I satisfied. It may be that I say, wow, I'm still longing for more work. I would take fourth project that wasn't fourth task that wasn't planned for the day, but with pleasure I will do it. It's the one that I put the one from tomorrow or from Monday in here. I will do it earlier, and that's it. Okay, and maybe I will put another 2, etc. But I accomplished 100% of what I plan to. So planning is very important. And of course, you cannot plan everything. So maybe you said, well, this not overloading my plate, just putting 3 projects allows me to almost always complete them and with excellence, with the very good quality. So my customers, whomever I deal with, they have over and over and over time, I gain their trust. They I always deliver high quality goods or performances or services or answers. That's very important. So you build your own brand. So being reliable. I don't by doing something very well at the first time, you avoid repeat and come back, and you avoid losing face with somebody. You know what? It was just below any standard. I expected more from you, so you lost face already, and you have to redo it, and so you are giving this project twice as much time as you counted on, etc. So I try to do it from the very beginning at the very high level, or not do it at all.
Well, perfect. So you plan what to do and you do it the way you plan it with adjustments if necessary. That's, of course, we need to be proactive and reactive because things are changing. So what's the second thing? Because, well, I know there are other things that are important for you as well. First is planning, we can say generally.
Yeah.
What's the second one?
Another way, be happy with yourself, clear your mind, meaning be in good mood, and that comes in my case. It's I love seeing blue sky. That's why I moved from Poland, from northern Poland, from Gdańsk to first Mexico, then Miami. I love seeing blue sky in the morning. So I walk in the morning, an hour and a half, 2 hours, etc. It clears my mind. It soothes me. It puts me at ease, etc. And re-energizes me. It gives me a lot of energy for the whole day. So it's just seeing blue sky. Right now, out of the window, I see the mountains and blue sky. It's so energetic, and by going outside and walking, meaning you exercise the whole body. It's not the gym, it's not running, it's not the competitive cycling, etc. But doing this in a very brisk, very fast walk for an hour, 75 or 90 minutes, is very important, and do it every day.
It is fantastic.
And on top of that, proper nutrition. It's we as our bodies is like a car. Put a bad gasoline, or instead of a low grade gasoline, put a diesel in the gasoline engine. You will destroy the engine. So same happens with human bodies. Put a low quality food or garbage food or whatever. Because I don't have time, I don't do it, so I go and I ask for something, I bring a takeout, or I go stop by fast food, and we are doing big damage to ourselves.
We do, yes, and it's popular, it's very common, and then suddenly, well, people are realizing that something went wrong, and it's both because, well, I have it. Well, I remember a story of one of the clients of mine. He did realize that he's doing something wrong after a second heart attack before he was 30. Mm-hmm. And he said that he's been working too much, putting a lot of pressure on him. So you already explained that. He's been eating whatever he could, fast, without caring about nutrition, and he didn't exercise at all. He was just from in the office most of the time, sometimes on the side, because well, he was in a real estate business. So whether office or well, the estate he was checking out, so driving a lot. So there was no proper planning, no nutrition and movement, zero activities. And the last one, well, because I'm telling the story, I'm going to, well, reveal the next thing that you're going to talk about. He lost all the relationships because of that, because he was working all the time. He didn't look after himself properly, and he didn't take a good care of relationships with the people he loved, actually, with the closest to him people, with his wife, first and foremost. And well, after a second heart attack, everything turned around. He just realized what to do. He just didn't know how. That's how we met. Anyway, because I already told that you're going to talk about relationships, Cezary, tell us something about that. What is so important and why relationships are crucial if it comes to stress and well, fighting depression, we can even say.
Well, we are humans. We have our life is not only work. Our life is sleep, work, and day life. And during the day life, you have to talk to somebody. It may be your spouse, your children, your mom, your dad, your grandpa, your neighbors, people on the streets. And here, of course, when you are in London, when you're in New York, when you say to somebody, good morning, they will treat you like you're nuts. But when you go to small communities, small town, a village, everybody say good morning to or good afternoon to themselves, to each other, whether they know you or they don't. Meaning you are in their locality, they tell you good morning, and just responding to this is just nice, and with a nice smile. Just after one good morning, I feel better. And you have your friends, etc. And your friends, where you say, hey, come over. I invite you for a beer. I invite you for a coffee or a tea or a good whiskey, or we don't drink, or let's go and play soccer, play football, or I sail a lot, so I have a lot of friends. Let's go sailing. Actually, in 10 days, we are leaving from Miami to Key West and back. We'll be sailing.
Nice.
We'll be cooking on board. We'll be joking, laughing like crazy, swimming, paddleboarding, snorkeling, drinking, because we love it and we are very good at this. We don't smoke.
No.
Having friends keeps me, and during this time I will hardly work or no work at all. We'll be at sea. We will have no contact with the outside world. But it's only 1 week. But we are looking forward to this. We will disconnect from stress, our families, etc., and dedicate ourselves to being friends. And so that's very important to have this. I start working. When you say I start working at 8 o'clock in the morning, you go 8 hours, 9 hours, 5 hours, or 17 hours, whatever you want. However, have a stop, because then you go and you have another part of your life. Going to watch your sons play volleyball or kickboxing, or going to a theater or cinema with your daughter or son, with your spouse, going to a nice dinner, or just a dinner at home. You order pizza, you open a bottle of red wine, and do nothing, and enjoy being with somebody that you want to be.
Exactly.
Because suddenly, work is taking over, and there's a work, and I've been to this situation. Okay, I've been there. and I achieved a lot, and suddenly, the other part of the life advances without you, and suddenly you said, well, it's a cost, okay?
Yes.
Because I'm not participating in my family's life. It's a
Mm.
cost. So it may be the nice income coming from one side, but there's a very cost, and this cost and this income and the balance of this is it's up to any of us, and we different. We value it differently when we make our own decisions. But at the end of the end, when we will be the last day of our life, we will look back and say, "Wow, if somebody says." I have $5 million or pounds in my account, but 99% of my life was spent at the office on flying from one place to another, and I know a lot of
Mm.
airports. I had zero friends. That's
Yes.
if you this life, it's your choice.
But
Enjoy it.
you see, saying that, there is something I want to mention because we are now just as well two guys talking, friends.
Hmm.
And tell me, this trip, sailing trip that you're going for, is it just with guys?
Oh yes, no women. It's a
And
bad omen to
no,
have a woman.
there is there is a reason why I ask.
Uh-huh.
In the US, it's almost 3 times more men than women committing suicide.
Ah, eh, maybe if we drink a board. No, I'm joking. We have a glass or two glasses of wine with dinner, but
But you
in
talk.
the ocean
No,
is being drunk. It's not recommended. Absolutely.
no.
Um,
But what I wanted to say, when you go there, you talk. You talk about things. You talk about everything, like a guy with a
yes,
guy.
yes,
Because
yes.
women, they can talk. Women,
Uh,
well, somehow they just simply talk about the problems that they have. Guys don't.
mhm.
And that's why I ask if it's just guys, because that's something very important that I always stress a lot about. Well, us as guys, we need to be able to talk as well. And going away for a few days with other guys is just something that helps to open up.
Very important. And we already have this small community of friends where you can, put on the table everything, because you have
Mhm.
trust. It's very important to have that quality of friends that you can, guys, I have a problems with at work. Guys, I have problems. I work like hell, etc., and I'm not going anywhere. I'm busy, but I have no income, or I should. The income is low. I'm in financial trouble. No, or I'm doing this, or I have a problem with inside the family with my spouse, with my we don't understand each other. Oh, we don't care about each
Mhm.
other, and so it's very important to put it, to get it out and talk and have somebody to listen to, and not that they will solve your problem, that they will listen to you with the
Yes.
open heart. Maybe there will be a suggestion or two, hey, and everybody was in a situation like this. So hey, when I was in this situation, I did that and that, and it helped a little bit. Try it.
Yeah. So you're starting to, well, answer my next question actually. If you
What is
realize
that?
that someone in your circle, or even not the one of these close friends, but someone that you know is overwhelmed, if you see that this person is stressed, but he or she is trying to hide it, how would you talk to this person? What would you recommend him or her to do?
Same of what I already told you. Look, I say, well, at 5 o'clock, I would say to my employees, I was always saying, close your computer, don't take it home. You'll finish it tomorrow. Okay. If you need help from me, tell me tomorrow and I will help you. Okay. But now go home and take care of the other part of your life, of your personal life. Okay, forget about it, about work. Come tomorrow morning clear, with your mind totally clear from work. And then you take 10 or 15 or 30 minutes to refresh your mind. Oh, that's what I was doing. It's okay. It means that you rested properly. Okay. I had, and I still have, a rule when people were going on vacation and they were telling me, but don't worry, I will take my computer and that's it. Absolutely not. Your computer stays here in the office because it has valuable information. If you lose the computer, this information will maybe get into competitive hands. On the other hand, even more importantly, you're going on vacation to be on vacation, to be with your whomever you are on vacation, to be 100% focused on your vacation. Forget about work, whether it's 3 days or 2 months, 2 weeks or 2 months. Forget about that. Don't call me. Tell me now and tell your colleagues, all the projects that need attention from us, and we'll take care of this. Your job right now is to go away and cut all the links with the company and come back with your batteries properly charged and not halfway. Because when you're on vacation and talking to me, etc., your spouse, your significant other is really unhappy with you. Your kids may be very upset with you because you're not paying attention. You don't have time for them, not even once a year, and you're not doing your job at work because you are halfway over there, etc. Leave it to us. And then when I'm going on vacation, I expect the same. Cover me, my bag. I don't want to hear anything. Make decisions. Hopefully, most of them will be good decisions, proper decisions. I know that not all of them will be proper.
No, they never are in a business.
They never are. So it's not. Let's set the
expectation. Make rather the wrong decisions than the good ones. We just need to keep on trying and correct everything quick enough so the good ones are ending up on top.
But God forbid, don't call me when I'm somewhere, on vacation mode. Don't call me, hey, what decision should we make? Whatever you think. Oh, I hope it's good.
Well, so tell me one more thing. Just as a final question. If you, for example, went somewhere and you met a young person, let's say, who's just finished university, who wants to get into business properly. And he or she said to you, well, Cezary, give me just one simple advice how to stay sane in this competitive world. And you're running out of time. You have only one sentence. What would you say?
Be happy with yourself.
Fantastic. That says a lot. Because, whichever way we go, when we see that we are unhappy, even if we don't know why, we can see that. We can feel it inside.
With ourselves, yes. To any question, there's a million good answers. Okay, but first, start with yourself. Be happy with yourself.
Perfect. So if someone wants to know more about being happy with him or herself, and they wanted to ask you how they can contact you.
My profile is on wide open for anybody on LinkedIn. Just drop me a line on LinkedIn, and I'm happy. I'm visiting daily. I will respond to anybody that wants my advice.
Fantastic. What I'm going to do then, I'm going to include in the description below this video, this podcast, I'm going to include the link to your LinkedIn profile, and people will be able to get in touch with you directly.
Fantastic. On the other hand, I don't want to sound like, oh, I know everything. So if anybody has a good advice for me, please drop a line and say, hey, do this. I'm still learning, and I'm happy with it.
Fantastic. We all do all the time. I tell you, I do those interviews like I do with you now. And every time I talk to someone, I learn something.
Excellent.
So I'm happy with myself. I'm happy with what I'm doing. That means I'm doing something wrong, something right.
You are on the right path.
Fantastic.
Wherever you're going.
Cezary, thank you very much for this conversation. Well, we're definitely going to talk again, and I believe not once, not twice, but many times. So thank you very much for being guest in my podcast. Thank you very much for sharing your experience and your knowledge. And well, I'm looking forward to seeing you again soon.
Thank you very much for inviting me. It was an honor, and I'm whenever you invite me, I'll be back. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.